Okay, here is the most asked question you will get when you go to a foreign country. Hey guys, it's me JJ, and I'm answering the question of why I came to Brazil. If you're an exchange student, when you go to different countries, they're always gonna ask you, why did you come here? So you best have a good one. For me, there's really there's the main three reasons. I mean, there's so many more, but the three that I can sum up. The best three would be the diversity here in Brazil, Brazil's reputation, and really just the geography of Brazil. Okay, first, the diversity of Brazil. So, Brazil is known for being really diverse, and I remember, and I saw the movie Rio, and everyone was it was so diverse and very mixed, and I was like, wow, that looks so cool. And this was way back. I remember in middle school in my Spanish class, my Spanish teacher had gone to Brazil, and he was like, you know, we say the US is the melting pot and has a bunch of different cultures. In Brazil, you just can't even tell who is who and what is what. And so it definitely depends on the region you go to Brazil, but it's really true. And then second is Brazil's reputation. So on my video, School in Brazil, a lot of people are saying why did you come to Brazil? Why did you come here? And we're saying they thought Brazil was awful, they thought Brazil was such a horrible country, and they're Brazilians themselves saying this. And I was like, wow, I couldn't imagine that happening on a video of a Brazilian going to American school and Americans saying why did you come here? Our country sucks. That just wouldn't happen. So I think it's so crazy. I think the self-esteem that people have for Brazilians do is really low, and it's really sad because I think Brazil has so much potential. I mean, every country has their cons, and I know Brazil's going through a really, really rough time right now, but in the US, we don't see it like this. That's just the reality. Maybe some people, for what I've seen and what I know and how I felt about Brazil and the US, you know, we kind of hear about the corruption and stuff, but it's really not the first thing we think about when we think about Brazil. It's really, honestly, it's really what Rio is, and it's just about carnival and about, you know, parties and beaches and just having a fun time, which isn't the thing I thought about Brazil, but that's what the general idea of it, you know, we don't think, oh, corrupt country, no. But I think it's also because we don't live here, or we don't really know how it feels to be in such a situation, because people in Brazil are feeling that and are really going through it, and we're not. So that's probably why we don't even, you know, think about it. My idea of Brazil and my reputation was that Brazil, like I said, was a really diverse country, and that they're really warm and opening and welcoming. And that's something I really wanted. I didn't want to go to a northern or a European country that was more introverted and more, you know, not as, just more closed-minded. I wanted to go somewhere where they were just happiness, that had a lot of love. And I'm sure every country has this. I'm not trying to bash other countries, but Brazil has a really good reputation for it. And then, oh yeah, the geography of Brazil. So my whole thought process was, think about it, going to some European countries, you'd be going to the roots of what the US is. But you know, going somewhere that has taken those same roots from you and made it into something completely different, you know, what would it be like? That would be so cool to see. That's kind of my whole thought process of it. And there are some things here that are really, really different. But especially in the region I am, I think there are a lot of similarities with the US, granted, as any country. And then I also wanted to, you know, go somewhere where it was, you know, warm for almost a whole year and stuff like this. I thought that would be cool to experience. I've never experienced that before. And I will say, it is winter here, and I really miss the cold. And there was a white Christmas in Kansas, which doesn't happen every year, and I missed it. That made me so sad. So that's really the basis of why I came to Brazil. I mean, there's so many more reasons and influences that were brought upon me, but that basically sums most of it up. So there's the question to that answer for me. As always, that's just kind of how I think of Brazil and my perspective and what some of my ideas were before I came. And yeah, if you guys like this video, please give it a like, and please subscribe if you're not. If you already are subscribed, thank you so much. I can't believe the numbers that I have now. It means so much. So thank you, it really does mean a lot. And please follow me on Instagram and Twitter. They're linked down below. Hey, video editing JJ here. I keep forgetting to do this. Here's the shout out to someone who liked almost all of my pictures on my Instagram account. Thank you so much for that. And if you want to be featured at the end of my video, make sure you're following me on all of my social medias and making yourself seen. And yeah, bye. And Have a great day. Peace out. Ciao. Okay, so first, the diversity of the... Okay, so first, oh my god, why can't I talk?